Mic check. Day after Christmas. All right. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. My cat just peed on a cushion. I had to wash it and hang it outside to dry. And yeah, 10 minutes behind schedule, but still before the open. Yeah, it's an early day or something today. What's the forecast for current trading hours? Let's see. Okay, 2025 Christmas Day. So just Christmas Day. And that's it. Uh-huh. Okay. So it was just Europe that had the early hours. I see. So let's go here. So we broke the previous swing high and we kind of consolidated, and now we did a second hit to the high at the 900s. How's ES holding up? Oops. Got about 200 resting orders at the 7,000s. Looks like it wants to sweep 69.90, 200 resting orders up there. Yeah. Looks like we're getting permission to burst through, but hard to say. We got 15 minutes to the open. Let's see how it develops. Still on micros, not keen for end of year shenanigans. How's everyone doing today? Where do you come from? Where do you go? Where do you come from? NQ slow. I might have to mute and go deal with my son getting out of the shower. My wife and kids went to like a Christmas party. They just got back. So everything's kind of chaotic. So we might step out for a minute or two in a moment. Okay, welcome to the stream.
I'm tired, but I'm wide awake. In darkness, I can see your face. When you're with me, there's no pain. A vision and you're gone again. And I don't know where you've gone. And you never told me what was wrong. And I know life will carry on, but I forget how to be strong when the sun goes down. 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 When the sun goes down.
Yeah, try to figure out what that name of that song is real quick.
When the sun goes down. When the sun goes down.
No, a different one I'm playing on the stream. Yeah, that was Where Do You Come From, Where Do You Go?
Told me what was wrong, and I know
How's it going?
life will carry on, but I forget
Yeah, it was good. I had to work today, but other than that, can't complain. Bound to Divide is the loudest. I wouldn't forget that. Oh, how was it? I haven't heard anything bad about it, so I never really thought anything towards it. I've just kind of stayed away from Disney since they bought it. Yeah. That's cool. Nice. So what happened? Did they stop it or? Huh. Does it seal itself off with a bow tie at the end, or does it leave it open-ended? Oh, that's good. I like stories that have, they thought it through in mind. They didn't milk it like Prison Break for 4 seasons, you know? I'm starting to watch through Stranger Things with my kids and um, trying to recall everything. The way they slow drip everything to get you to feel a sense of what Hawkins Town is like is pretty good. I'm into like Cthulhu campaigns and stuff, so it's nice how they let you get to know every part of the town, you know. I don't know if you ever watched it. Oh, nice. I always liked the game. I have fond memories playing. I remember the scandal at the time of The Mandalorian with Gina Carano or something. That she had some sort of thing going on where they canceled her. Like any side of the spectrum you're on, like anyone that lives on social media, like you should keep your opinions out of the public eye, like or scrutiny. Like there, I don't get how people like put their thoughts on blast with no filter. It's just kind of think of the ramifications of letting that thought out, you know? It's kind of, you know, whatever side you're on, you know. You're right. It's like, what are you trying to do, you know? It was comparing it to, yeah, that time. It's just like there's no good that's gonna ever, you know, come from it's just like I mean, to take another example, to be fair on both sides, like the whole Snow White and what was her name? I don't even remember anymore. The main actress, how she like said, if you're a Trump supporter, I hope you die or something like that. Like it's just like, why would you even cut your fan base in half by saying something like that? Rachel Ziegler, there you go. But it's just like why even bring that into the discussion? It's like I try my best to just, stay not ride the fence, but just like be neutral, you know? It's like especially if you're a public figure like that, it's like is doesn't your paycheck kind of ride on having both customers from all sides on your side, you know? It just seems kind of weird that people would turn activist, you know? But yeah, it was that whole time period when she got canceled was weird because everyone was like, demanding heads on spikes for nothing. And that whole like before Elon bought Twitter, like social media censorship and everything, and you know retraining for the DEI like perspective or whatever. Like you couldn't speak your thoughts at all, which was weird. Oh, what? Say what? That was funny. Hi. Dinar. Get this money? Dinar is like money, right? Dinar. He wants that dinar or dinner. Is he talking about dinner or like a type of Greek monetary system, dinar? Je te veux dinar. Ah, Middle East, I see. Oops, he got muted. Greek have drachme, I see. Maybe I heard it in like 300 or something, so I thought Greeks or something. This is Sparta. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, I'll look at The Mandalorian. I definitely heard good things about The Mandalorian and Andor. So not everything they did turned to poop from what I gather, which is good. They have Steve Rogers coming back for Avengers. Not that I have any hope for that movie, but it'll be nice to see Cap a little bit, maybe. Minute and some change. We're going to bounce off this point of control and go a little bit for a third hit to the highs and break 26K. I don't know. What is this Friday end of the week run for profit going to be? There's really no news or anything. It's just closing out the week. 30 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Wow, that was a mighty decent. We had like a sweep into 320 in sell side. Like an insta drop. Why did my toss get frozen? What happened here? No. What are you doing to me? Well, I wish it would, like, not freeze. Let's see if we can remedy this over here. It says it's connected, but it's not. Is there a rhythmic issue, I guess? Okay, so volume point of control at 896, some inflection points at 900. If it comes above that, you can get some seller absorption. Otherwise, seller's in control. All right, I took that one contract off already. 100 ticks on the runner. Let's see if it can sustain or it's gonna pull back. No, keep going. Runner 64 ticks in profit. If it pulls back a little bit, I'm out. And runner hit. Got a 58 lot resting at 25 930. 100 lot at 2,600 even. Let's go see ES real quick. ES about to sweep a 255 lot at 69.89. That was pretty good. Just kept it quiet with the fam. That's about it. Boom, 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 boom. Buyers looking stronger, so I got back in, up 60 ticks. But now it just came back to my break even. Quick jitter back down. How's ES gonna react to that resting order hit at 69.90? Gonna break through or reject? You got 222 more resting at 69.98 and 100 at 7,000 even. Could be going for the gold there. If this slingshot is engineered at the value area high retest, I'm still in it. But nice, good TO. Gold. Doom, 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 doom. How about you, Woke? Do you have a good Christmas? Japan is mainly for kids, so I don't really get anything. But I did get that iPad Pro, so that was good. Been enjoying that. My son stepped on my old iPad screen and broke it, so I lived with it for a month and a half, so I feel like I earned it. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, this time last Christmas was kind of not festive, staying in the hospice with my dad. So at least this is more at home with the family that's not on their deathbed. All right, we got a little bit of engineered sell side kiss here at this 916s. Can it sustain 916 and above? These little sellers that entered between 914 and 916 about to get slingshot by the looks of it. I'm in it to win it for this, peeling one off at 936.50. And then the stop will trail aggressively at that point. So it's all automated and I don't need to do a damn thing, but just watch. $42. So we got 3 minutes on the 15-minute and a little over 15 after that for the hourly. It's a lot of indecision dojis. Not really happy with that. Well, not going that way. Do 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 do. YM fucking P. Nice. All right, finally some recovery. I like that little trap that was engineered that just kind of recovered. This is looking good now. Can you sustain and follow through, please? How about ES? ES holding the 6990s, getting acceptance by the looks of it, on its way to the 7,000 mark. Taking NQ with it, and I'm here for that. Here would it go? No, you're not gonna break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. And such a tease. A tease over like 100 ticks. That's why I'm not in minis, because it would just be like unnecessary sweats for nothing. Just take the non. Say what? So I'm writing this down before I forget, but what V or what, I don't know what that, whatever, what are you saying? Metric pops up today versus normal days. I'm just used to like what the end of the year brings, and the end of the year is kind of like end of books for the year, so it's kind of like not your everyday volume, let's say. It's just kind of like settling the year type volume, so it just kind of acts like Asia a little bit. It's like watching paint dry. So just taking like a little bit of moves with less leverage is wiser, let's say, because of historically I've just seen the end of the year just kind of like flounder. Not to say that it doesn't have like pops and drops that are volatile, and just like it just sits there for a while doing nothing. And you don't want to get caught in the middle of that, really. Getting some 74 lot buyer at 928. They're probably gonna absorb this mofo. Should I go break even? I think I'm gonna go break even because I don't want it to drop back down. I'll take a little bit of fee profit. If it goes to 914, I'm out. It either goes through here or it's gonna not go through, and I don't want to be around for the not going through. I manually moved it because I'm just tired of this. I'm up 50 ticks, it's whatever, but we're just gonna take the break even if it pulls back here. You either accept this 74 lot guy at 928 or you reject him, and I'm here for the acceptance, not the rejection. So if you reject, I'm out. And I am out. Break even. And it might be the opposite of what I was on. You could be selling seller strength here. Who knows? But I'm even. Break even, Steven. A whopping negative 29 bucks for the fees. There was technically two to trade. One of the better doors to use. Yeah. It's weird how his dad was in the CIA and stuff, and like was responsible for the war and everything. It's like, how much weird like connections and synchronicities do you need? Or like arbiters of war and arbiters of peace are like intertwined like that. Or movements of psychedelica and all that. What is ES doing? ES rejecting now. Got that possible sell wall from pre 7K. Yeah, the buyer absorption up there was the play. We just weren't on that. We weren't break even at the time to take it. We were biased for that 100 ticks that didn't come. Is what it is. Hopefully somebody took the short. Okay, you got an 83 lot buyer at 879 that bought that value area low kiss and then bounced up off of that to the tune of like, I don't know. Now we're back at the volume when you control. This is the FU candle to the buyers for continuation. We're going back to the volume when you control. If it goes below 879, sellers are pick strength again. Okay. Alright, well, now we're up. We took that FU candle short. Get the first time, we got a second stop up breaking on the run, already took the profit. We're up 300 bucks. Cha-ching! Okay. All right, let's see if this runner can get funky. The funky monkey. The funky monkey. Do we get a rip to the settlement at 812? That would be cool. If we go all the way there, I'm going to be, wow, paid like a mofo. But it's going to probably pop up and hit my runner, but whatever. I wasn't intending to switch to minis, but I did, and then I was in profit, so I'm happier than not. So this runner can run as far as it wants, and I'm not touching it. We'll just see what it does. 107 ticks on the runner. Let's see. Break that 83 lot buyer at 879, and then the shorts are going to be like buyer absorption for the win. You got 100 resting orders at 837 and another 100 at 825. And settlement down at 812. If it decides to get funky, that is. The funky monkey. $72 lot seller just entered at 880. That doesn't, I don't like seeing somebody on sides with my idea that's that big. It just means they don't pay them, and I might trail that guy. What is it, 880? It depends on if it rips here, but it's auto trailing at 890, so we'll just let it auto trail right now. It's all good. I thought you were telling me to get in my place. Like, bitch, get in your place. I was like, wow. I know, I'm just kidding. It's going to hit my trailing here for 62 ticks. If it hits 890, I'm out. And you going to do it? Probably, because the seller's like making this stop here. Thanks, seller. Thanks for putting a damper on my parade. Unless they're really in control and they don't want to allow a lot more sellers to enter. That would be strange. We're only 851 in negative delta, so we could still rip as much as we want. It's not even that much delta for the day. But I try to keep an even keel. I don't like getting biased one way or another. Just see what I see in the charts. That's it. The best way to be. All right, we're coming back on that seller 72 lot at 880, a buyer 833 lots at 879. If they go below 879, buyer's weakness, seller strength. Ooh, it jittered below them. I like it. I like it. Acceleration. No. You're reading, pinging the liquidity, huh? Just doing a radar pulse for where they go. This one, it's doing this. Hold up. I got a perfect GIF for this. All right, 145 ticks on the runner, trailing to 83 ticks now at 885. If it comes above that inflection point at 880, the sell is over. So it should accelerate. Yeah, trailing 874, locking in 625. 180 ticks on the runner. All right. Yeah, Daddy needs a new Steam Deck in 2026 for his birthday. Let's do it. All right. 200 ticks on the runner, trailing 167 ticks. Are we going all the way to settlement? Oh my gosh. 188 ticks locked in. And 260 is going to pop up and knock me out. I don't care. Or I could just keep ripping down. I don't care about that either. 114 buyer at 847. Somebody mostly closing a partial, which means they could just absorb this guy and keep ripping. That was the resting order I was talking about. Now you got the other one at 837, 100 lots. I think I might, wait, let's see, 847. I'll just let it. It's already trailing 940 bucks, so it's like 188 ticks locked in. So I'll just let it do whatever it's gonna do. Let it do whatever it's gonna do. You want that 837? You can take that 837. You can take on all these guys. Yeah, T.O., good. Let's go. I'm up 1,200 bucks on the runner. It's nice across a couple accounts. Ooh, it's gonna knock me out. And no, not yet. Not yet. And out. All right. That was good. It's $1,000 times 2,000 bucks. 9. Decent. Very decent. Cha-ching. All right. It's probably going to absorb that 100 lot and keep going, but it's all good. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. It is Friday after all, so it's a good way to close out the week. Indeedly doodly. Which would be better to get? I'm contemplating this, like PS5 Pro or Steam Deck in 2026 when it comes out. I don't even know when it's coming out, but like having the capability to play, have both. Yeah, I'd have to hide one from my wife. Even when I bought the iPad Pro, I bought her the Switch or whatever, the Switch 2, but then it was like, wait, you bought an iPad Pro? I was just like, so? But it's just like, yeah, I can't be like that decadent, you know what I mean? I'm not that type of dude, really. I'm not that materialistic. I try not to be. I try to buy practical things. So, like, ideally, one, I want to play Expedition 33. That's the main thing. But I also want to play, like, Death Stranding and, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And there's other things that I don't think the PC has. So, I'm torn between PS5 Pro and like the capabilities that a Steam Deck would offer, you know. Or like a ROG's Ally where you have like the portability factor like like a Switch or whatever. Ah. Boop 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 boop. Let's see. Did we get any things? Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Interesting. All right. What are we gonna do? I guess we'll just stick around until the 15-minute candle close. If I had to take a trade and I wasn't already up, I would take the fade of 847 down to settlement at 812 and or the resting order at 837 moved. So they're not convicted about executing there. So looks like it could go down and sweep that, absorb that buyer of 112 lots at 847 and continue its merry way to the downside. You have a 86 lot seller at 849, which got immediately punished. But if they come back on 849 and 847, the sellers pick up strength. Until then, you could see a double bottom, so be careful about shorting. We're only 1,000 in delta for the session, so it's not like super trendy, 6K lot delta days. It's the end of the year, so trade safe, basically. The only reason I switched to minis was because I saw that buyer and then it immediately popped up, and I'm like, there's no way they're going to reward that guy for that's going to be a fake out. And then I just took the short on some minis because I've seen it before and it would look like a retest of the volume point of control, like a bearish retest. So I just took the fade. And sure enough, it paid, but it looked too good of a green candle to be true. It looked like a FU candle. This looks like a slower delayed FU, so it looks like it could go break 847 and just continue breaking the lows. You got settlement at 812, so that would make sense to go back and retest that at some point. Okay. Here comes the retest. And the break of 847 should see acceleration. All aboard. That was pretty smooth. If like I was already up, but I would have taken that fade of those inflection points and boom, like no drawdown nearly. And then you just trail them. Like if it comes back above 848, get out kind of thing. Or trail the wick at 852 or something with a minimal loss. Eh, would have tagged it. We got 2 minutes. All right, and 30 seconds until the 15-minute closes. I mean, you got all sorts of like, you know, imbalance created on the 1,000 tick, so the strength is to the downside. Be wary of any bounce. Fade it, if anything else. And previous day VWAP at 833, break that. And smooth sailing down to 812. We also had some indications of fatigue across the previous swing high sweep and some nukes across all the time frames. Maybe we go back to visit the Monday high area, the 800s. Super trend on the hourly still holding though. Okay. smooth. It was a little bit of like a 30 tick drawdown from those inflection points, but the short would have been awesomely paid. 1-to-1 at least. All right, guys. Well, it's the weekend. I'm gonna go. I gotta teach tomorrow too, so I'm gonna head out. So hopefully, you guys are green. Lock it in if so, and stay frugal, stay blessed, stay positive. We'll catch you on Monday.